Welcome to World Prism. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In 2019, the US government blacklisted Huawei, cutting it off from American suppliers and, most critically, Google's Android OS, for the world's second-largest smartphone maker. This was seen as a death sentence. Analysts predicted Huawei's global ambitions were over. Without Google services, how could its phones compete? International sales plummeted, and revenue took a major hit. The world watched, expecting Huawei to fade away, but behind the scenes, Huawei refused to surrender. Instead, it launched a massive pivot, pouring billions into R&D to rebuild itself from the ground up. The goal: create a new technological foundation, free from American influence. This wasn't just survival, it was a bold declaration of independence. Fast forward to December 2025. Huawei is thriving, not just surviving. Its 2024 revenue soared to $118.1 billion, up 22% year-on-year. The company's comeback has stunned critics and rewritten the narrative. Huawei's journey from the brink of disaster to renewed power is a lesson in resilience. This is not a story of defeat, but of a giant reawakened. Innovation, fueled by necessity, has made Huawei stronger than ever. Huawei's first challenge was software: how to sell phones without Android. The answer: build HarmonyOS, an in-house operating system. Originally for IoT devices, HarmonyOS was quickly retooled to power all Huawei electronics. The strategy: make HarmonyOS compatible with Android apps, easing the transition for users. HarmonyOS rolled out across smartphones, tablets, wearables, TVs, and even cars. The vision: a unified platform where all devices connect seamlessly. Users embraced the ecosystem. Photos, calls, and files moved effortlessly between devices. By late 2024, HarmonyOS was on nearly 1 billion devices, making it the third major OS globally. No longer a niche experiment, it became a mainstream force, especially in China. Huawei proved it could build a viable Android alternative, silencing skeptics. The foundation for digital independence was set. The first and hardest step in Huawei's comeback was complete. Early HarmonyOS versions still relied on Android's open-source code, a necessary compromise, but not the endgame. In October 2024, Huawei unveiled HarmonyOS Next, a fully independent OS, free of any Android code. This was a bold break from the past and a final declaration of digital independence. All apps now had to be built specifically for HarmonyOS Next, a massive risk. Huawei rallied China's tech giants, Alibaba, Tencent, Meituan, JD.com, to develop native apps. Their support triggered a snowball effect, bringing millions of users on board. Over 4,000 top apps were quickly adapted for the new system. For the first time in a decade, a credible alternative to iOS and Android had emerged. HarmonyOS Next is not just a replacement, it's a true competitor. It threatens Google and Apple's dominance, especially in China. Huawei has redrawn the global software map, proving it's possible to break free from Silicon Valley's grip. A new digital ecosystem is here. Sanctions didn't just threaten software, they cut Huawei off from critical hardware, especially advanced chips. Analysts predicted a dead end, but Huawei responded with unprecedented innovation. By 2023, it had replaced over 13,000 US-sourced components and redesigned 4,000 circuit boards. The company cultivated domestic suppliers and developed its own advanced semiconductors, like the Kirin and Ascend chips. The Mate 60 series, launched in late 2023, featured a domestically produced 7nm processor, a feat many thought impossible. Instead of crippling Huawei, sanctions supercharged its innovation. By 2025, Huawei had fully adapted, no longer dependent on fragile global supply chains. This hard-won independence is now its greatest strength. Huawei controls its destiny from silicon up, transforming into a true end-to-end technology creator. The crisis forced Huawei to become more resilient and more powerful. With software and hardware challenges overcome, Huawei's smartphone business roared back. In 2024, sales surged 50% year-on-year, led by the Mate 60 series. The phone's homegrown tech and patriotic appeal made it a cultural phenomenon in China. By early 2025, Huawei surpassed Apple as China's number 2 smartphone brand. Internationally, new workarounds let users easily install Google apps on Huawei devices, reviving global demand. At Mobile World Congress 2025, Huawei's confident presence signaled its global return. The company's competitive edge was restored even outside China. Market forces and consumer demand found ways around sanctions. Huawei's resurgence shows that innovation and adaptability can outmaneuver even the toughest restrictions. The comeback is complete, and the world is taking notice. Huawei's resilience isn't just about smartphones, it's about aggressive diversification. The company moved into new markets, especially automotive tech. Huawei's smart driving systems now power over 500,000 cars, with some analysts calling its tech superior to Tesla's. By focusing on intelligent vehicle software and hardware, Huawei became a key player in the electric and autonomous vehicle market. This created a powerful new revenue stream, insulating it from smartphone volatility. Meanwhile, Huawei's telecom equipment business grew despite US pressure, increasing its global 5G market share. Today, over 3.2 billion people outside China use networks powered by Huawei. From AI chips to smart cars and 5G, Huawei is now a diversified tech conglomerate. Its strategy for long-term growth is clear: dominate foundational technologies of the 21st century. Diversification has been key to both survival and future dominance. Huawei's comeback is also a story of unintended consequences for the US sanctions aimed to cripple Huawei, but instead made it more innovative and self-reliant. American tech firms lost $33 billion in sales to Huawei between 2021 and 2024. That revenue shifted to Chinese suppliers and Huawei's own divisions. The US strategy, once seen as a show of strength, now looks self-defeating. HarmonyOS Next fractured the global software market, creating a new ecosystem outside US control. Workarounds for Google Apps in international markets exposed the limits of tech blockades. Huawei's success has inspired a global push for tech self-sufficiency. The world is moving toward a multipolar tech landscape, not one dominated by Silicon Valley. Huawei's journey proves you can't block a determined competitor, you must out-innovate them. The attempt to isolate Huawei backfired, creating a formidable rival. A new era in global technology has begun, with Huawei at the forefront.